Welcome to Under the Microscope. This series is brought to you by the Real Scientists Nano team. Our goal is to provide a platform where scientists can communicate their work and interact with the public. With that in mind, every week we introduce you to a scientist working in the field of materials and nanoscience. Hello everyone. Today we have with us Damien Leech, who is a research associate at the Center for Fine Print Research at the University of West of England. Hi Damien, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Wonderful. Let's start. Let's begin by understanding your research. So could you explain your research in simple words, please?
Sure. So currently what I'm working on is to bring back and modernize some really old print techniques, stuff that was around in the 19th century. So what we're doing is looking at these techniques and seeing what kind of unique advantages they have and updating them for modern practices and modern use. And alongside that, I'm also looking at print technology as a whole and how we can use that for everything from sensor fabrication to use by artists.
Okay. And by print, do you mean printing books or what do you mean exactly?
Oh, it's very broad. So we tend to do a little bit of everything. We do screen printing, 3D printing, inkjet, anything that you can kind of think of as additive and subtractive manufacture, we've kind of taken a little bit of. So we try and keep things broad. So we actually do have people working on book printing and the history of book printing and artist books, for instance.
Wow, that's fascinating. That's really cool. So when you'll be curating the Twitter account, it will be a broad range of a new window, like print media and everything about print and
Oh, definitely. We'll try and go from everything from the really technical to the very artistic as well.
Okay, wonderful. That brings me to the next question, which is what can the followers expect in the week you will curate the RealSci_Nano Twitter account?
Okay, so I'll probably start off by kind of describing who I am and how I got there. So I've had a very short career so far, but a lot of left turns and twists twists in it. So I'll probably start with that. Then I'd like to talk about the kind of printing technique that's really kind of captivated me lately is 3D printing. Obviously, it's everybody's into it, but I think it does some really interesting things. And I'd like to talk about some of the kind of weirder aspects of that. So the people that are printing ceramics and pottery and even food and things like that. Then I'd like to take another sharp left turn and talk about another thing that really interests me, which is how color arises in natural systems. So the colors of butterflies and things like that. It's kind of a strange addition to what we're doing at the moment, but has a lot of crossover with a lot of the projects that I'm working on. In terms of other stuff, I'd like to kind of go on to talk about interdisciplinary research as a whole. As you can imagine, I focus on that quite a lot because that's my day to day, and so it kind of means a lot to me. And one other thing that I'd like to talk about is the current situation and how we're all transitioning to online working, and really how that applies to early career researchers, what we can do to help ourselves and others. And it's another way of me finding out more hints and tips from other people. And I'd like to finish off by putting together the ultimate work playlist. So I'm a big music fan, big believer in the idea that you can get over and do whatever you need to, provided you have the right music in the background. So it's just a good chance to discuss some music with people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, that sounds like an action-packed week, and we are looking forward to having you on Real Sci Nano. Thank you very much, Damien, for speaking with us.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening. To know more about us, please visit our website, realscientistsnano.org, and follow us on Twitter at realsci_nano.